Hello, I thought it was time for me to do something a little different on my channel. And so I saw some other creators doing this and it interested me, and I decided to give it a try for myself. Um, April on Tarot and Witchery made a comment on one of her videos that I was watching, that she was having a no buy month, that she had made the decision to um, focus and work with the decks that she already had. And I thought this was something that I probably needed to do for myself because I've only been here a short time, but I've been buy, and haven't really been working with the decks that I'm acquiring. I have um, I have some favorites, and it seems like I always reach for those, and some of these other decks are not getting any attention at all. And so I decided to take a suggestion, I'm going to call it, from Christa over at Tarot Witchery. Is that right? Tarot Witchcraft, Crochet Tarot Witchcraft. Is that it? Oh my goodness. I'll put the correct name down in the description. I do apologize if I've messed the name up. I'm having a senior moment. Um, but anyway, she does uh, a video about the decks that she uses each month. And I thought that would be a good way for me to connect with some of these decks and to work with some of these decks that I've acquired but are just sitting. And so I decided to start in January, and I didn't do a video showing what I was going to be working with January. I was kind of like, let's see how this goes. And I chose three decks and three oracles, and just went kind of willy-nilly, just whatever spirit led me to work with on any given day, that's what I worked with. And I found myself again reaching more towards one so-called set than another. um, I guess to ease myself into something, I chose my favorite deck paired with its favorite oracle, and it seems like I reached for that one more than I did the other two. They did get some time in the month, but probably not like they should have. And so the decks that I worked with in January was the Intuit Tarot Keyword Edition. This is created and illustrated, or the artist, by Kimberly Aura. I also worked with Fifth Spirit Tarot, which is Charlie Claire Burgess. And I worked with my favorite, This Might Hurt Tarot by Isabella Rotman. Now, these, for some reason, I have it in my mind that these are paired with specific oracles. And for instance, This Might Hurt, I seem to always use it with Crystal Banners, The Sign of the Times. I think they're just beautiful together. And the Intuit Tarot I paired with The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty. And then the, no, excuse me. The Language of Letting Go I paired with Fifth Spirit by Charlie Claire Burgess. The Intuit Tarot I paired with Archangel Michael, Sword of Light. And so I thought that I would even take that another step further this month, and I would choose 4 decks. There's 28 days in February, so I would choose 4 decks and work with each deck for 7 days. And that way I would make sure to give each deck its equal time. And I also chose decks. There's one that I've worked with in the past. Well, there's two that I've worked with in the past, and two that I haven't worked with much. One of them is brand new, and I've never worked with it. And I think the other one, I've had it for a little while, but I've never worked with it. So I wanted to give everybody their equal time. Now, another thing that I've been seeing VRs to, I have a small collection, and I've been seeing this VR about my desk and or my collection, and I was like, I didn't really felt like that I had enough to offer to do those VRs. So I'm going to give you kind of like an impromptu of my spaces. I do have a desk in another room um, that I use. You see in most of my VRs and my hashtags. When you see the lace tablecloth, that's that one. Most of my daily collective readings are done at my kitchen table. Um, and my deck collection is in yet another room here in my bedroom. And so I don't have everything in one space yet. So I don't feel like that I really have the setup to show a video called My Sacred Space or My Desk Tour or whatever the current hashtag is. So this is um, the bookcase. Now these are my oracles here on the top. And then I have my tarot decks here on the second shelf, here to here. And then excuse me moving, but this is the only way I know to do this. Then down here are my decks that are in the bags. And then what I'm going to use for February is over here. And we will get into that more in just a moment. I will grab those. I thought I showed you what I did for January. So let me grab February's, and I will show you what my plans are for February. I thought I would do something a little different. Instead of pairing this tarot goes with this oracle, I do have them set up so each week has a specific tarot, but I did choose 4 oracles, but I'm going to leave that to kind of like spirit that day. What do I need to pair with this deck? There's one of these decks that I feel like, and it's going to be this first one. And let's just get started with it. The first one for this first 7 days of February is going to be the Ethereal Visions Tarot Luna Edition. Now, if you're familiar with this, it's Art Nouveau art style. It is pastel colors. It is stamped hologram. And I'm like, I do not have an oracle that I think could do this justice. Now I have, as you saw, a number of oracles, but nothing just speaks to me to directly fit with this, I would say. I have one that I'm leaning towards, but for some reason I have it in my head that it's too dark for this deck. But I've got the feeling that if I use an oracle with it at all, that will be the one that I use. And so this is Luna Edition, and it's going to be February 1st through the 7th. And then for the 8th through the 14th, we're going to work with the Reigning Rouge Tarot by Sam Sawyer. And this one has, I don't know, the colors of this one I felt like just had to be for February. But it is an animal deck, and I like animal decks. And so we're going to work with this one for the month in February from the 8th through the 14th. And I have something in mind to go with it, but I'm going to try to stay open and just see like what I reach for or what spirit leads me to reach for. I am of the belief that I'm spirit led, and so we're going to see how that works. That's going to be the second week of February. And then for the 9th through the 21st, I'm going to work with Crystal Visions. And this was one of my first decks. Now, I've never used either one of those first two decks before. One, like I said, I just got Luna, and so I've never worked with it. I've had Reigning Rouge for a little while. I won it from another creator's giveaway, but I've never worked with it. This deck, when I got it, it was very large to me. I got small hands. I got brave, and I trimmed it, and I edged it. And I think I done a decent job. I'm satisfied with it, but this is what I'll be working with from the, what did I say, the 9th through the 21st of February is going to be Crystal Visions. And again, I have something in mind to go with it, but we will see if that's what I actually do or not. So that is Crystal Visions. The last week of February, I'm going to be working with Lucid Dreams Beginner Tarot. Again, I think the color palette of this deck makes it excellent for the month of February. This, now I've worked with this some in the past, but not extensively. So I feel like it needs some more attention. It's a beautiful deck, and it's a shame to just let it sit and go to waste. So I'm going to give it some love from the, 22nd to the 28th? Yeah. So this is Lucid Dreams. So that brings us to, I keep talking about these oracles, but that brings us to, well, what oracles am I going to use? Okay. One of the oracles I'm going to use is the tea leaf fortune cards. And as you know, these are round, and it's a very large number of these cards. It's like 200 cards. But I really like them a lot. They look like this. I have them in a bag on the table already. But they look like this. And so I'm going to work with those. And I'm also going to work with this little deck. It's called Wake Up, Kick Ass, and Repeat. And I thought the color palette of this would go nicely. I'm thinking kind of sort of using it with Rain and Rouge, but we will see. And I'm thinking of using the tea leaf with Crystal Visions, but again, we will see. But this one of using it with probably Rain and Rouge or whatever spirit tells me to use it with. These are direct, straight to the point. She believed she could, so she worked her ass off, and she did. You got this. They're positive, like affirmations, and that's one of the styles of oracle decks that I like. The other oracle that I'm looking at is Soul Trees, The Dreamer's Journey, Major Arcana Oracle. Now, I really love this little deck, and I've worked with it quite a bit when I first got it. But this is a deck that, even though I love it as much as I do, sometimes I feel like it's a little too dark. And this is the one that I was thinking about using with the Luna edition because of the blues. This has a lot of blues in it, and Luna does too. And I thought that, they might pair. But in my mind, I was saying this is too dark for Luna. Luna and its pastels and holographs. But we're going to see what it looks like and how they work together. I'm going to definitely give it a test drive at least one time, and we will see how it goes from there. In one of the Kickstarters I bought this year, this was one of the stretch goals. And they are called, this is by Intuit. Intuit Oracle made these. They're called question cards. And they are miniature size. I do mean miniature size. Even my little small hands eat these cards up. But they say things like, what is currently leveling up in my life, and how will it show up for me? And what do I need to know about this person or situation in order to understand it clearly? And so it's like those. It's these questions, and so we're going to work with those as they are. I don't know if I'm going to incorporate them along with the other oracles or in place of them, but they are going in the February rotation. So that's what I'm looking to work with in February. Let me know if you choose your decks for the month, and do you specify when you use them through the month, like I'm going to try to do, or what's your process? And comment down below and let me know what you think of the choices as I've made before I actually get into it. Maybe make some suggestions that you know of. Especially if you know of an oracle that you think would work beautifully with Luna, please let me know. Also, if you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you. I appreciate your support and everything you do to help me to grow. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like my videos and my content, give me a thumbs up. That seems to be real important to YouTube to raise me in the algorithm. Comment down below and share my videos with your friends. Those will also help me with YouTube. So again, I appreciate all your support. Thank you for watching. And I will see you tomorrow when we begin with Luna. Bye.